please, no. let the somber mood of those poems completely depress you. As you have probably figured out by now, because I've been here for so many times over so many years, I'm very much a work-a-day type writer. I write about working people, which apparently is still something that is not particularly common. And my book here has quite a bit of reflections on having grown up in the industrial heartland of Vancouver Island. And so I'm going to read you, just to finish up here, I'm going to read you a fairly long poem about the green chain. Does anybody not know what the green chain is? Green chain is in the sawmills. They pull the logs out of the water. They've been waterlogged for who knows how long. They pull them straight up on a chain, a conveyor belt into the mill. The log gets up to the head rig, which of course is the saw, and it gets sawed up into various types of lumber. And the lumber then gets conveyed out of the mill and out to this long sorting area. It's called the green chain, and it's a long continuous conveyor belt with all this wet, fresh sawn lumber heading to the end. And there are people standing at various spots, stations along the way, who are in charge of pulling certain types of lumber. Some are pulling 2x4s, and some are pulling 3x6s, and some are pulling 24-foot long pieces of lumber, and others are pulling 8 feet long pieces of lumber. Each person has about 6 types of lumber that they're supposed to be pulling off this green chain. And as you can imagine, the lumber is wet and rough. Before I go, I really have to say what an honor it is to be on the same stage as 2 great city laureate poets. This is amazing, and it's quite a lovely. I really like this space back here. I think this is just terrific. Someone a couple of weeks ago told us that it used to be a speakeasy, which means that it has to have existed 100 years ago, because it was about 100 years ago that Canada had prohibition. Although it could mean that it was simply an illegal club, which means it could still be a speakeasy. Who knows? This is called Green Chain Canticle. Out aside the tarmac, under breezeway shingles huff, shoulder men to shoulder, those whom fate determines suffer the splinter, bruise of forestry, rash abrasion, ragged cut. 20 stations haul 6 grades each, fresh hewn fir and poisoned cedar, cast iron hemlock, ledge log vengeful at the affront of being sawn. I scarce had arms until the summer of 1973. Wing rough every sodden stick, jagged stacks feed the hunger wheel-legged carry machine. Alberni Pacific Division, longest green chain extant still in all the then lumbering world. First shift nightmare by lunch break, drive home barely bare press of clutch pedal to foot. And that gnawing knowing before rest could help anything, back again to the dreadful Wood River, streaming as never to stop. The crush, tensile authoritative structural beams, to make lurchmen dream of ease, to fade a summer afternoon, more than a beer after the shift, escape so far, deep from hurtful heat, back crack, fatigue so drunken, horror of wet 2x6, 20-foot heft, swarm in sodden stacks. But the grain was clear and the tooth rig shrieked elate at the blade rip into pure tree flesh, a fusion of diamond fleck wet confetti about the world. Of us millers deaf to the outside pleasance of poised time, mountain view and sea, pleasing shape to put one's hand to. We are, with callous and leather apron, rosin soles, amid true boards traveling, barred by endless log cabinetry, forgotten in dented truck, mortgaged sport coupe, who through dullness perpetuate the exiled mind, leaked youth and financed futures, 4 a.m. pickup tailgate, parking lot tank car drink, littered ditch glass, lakeside roadway side glitter, to commemorate passenger girlfriend of the millionth dropout conscript, whose thick dirty digits in a yearn dizzy sneak beneath feminine waistband, and by shortness of sight nightly swear long, lifelong fealty to the chain, running for the builders, proud constructors, hammerists, conveyor, mother, mechanical. Thanks very much.